We have 13 races on today's card. If you have not yet got a program, please see the young lady walking around here at the front of the grandstand. She will make sure that you get a program and a ticket to win a fuel card and a t-shirt. We have a number of changes and corrections on today's 13 race card, but before we begin, I would like to ask you all to please stand, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Today's national anthem will be sang by Mr. Richard Offield.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, foes both stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Once again, we have 13 races on the schedule for today. And we have a number of driver changes and a few scratches to make note of. So we'll go ahead and take a look at race number 1, the 3-year-old Holt and Gelding A Group Trot. They will be going for a purse of $5,375. We have 2 drivers changes. The first is on the 3, TSM Bones Legacy, make the driver Justin Walter. And on the 4, Keystone Windsor, make the driver James Dodson. Justin Walter is on the 3, James Dodson on the 4. There are no changes and corrections in today's second race, the 3-year-old Holt and Gelding A Group Trot. As we move along to race number 3, the 3-year-old filly A Group Pace will be going for a purse of $4,125. We have 1 driver's change, and that comes on the 4, TSN Sergeant Wolfie, make the driver Justin Walters. Justin Walters on the 4 in the 3rd. The 4th race, the 3-year-old filly A Group Pace, has no changes or corrections. There's also no changes or corrections in the 5th race, the 3-year-old filly A Group Pace. Race 6, the 3-year-old filly A Group Trot is free and clear, as well as race number 7, the 3-year-old filly A Group. Both races 8 and 9 are free and clear, any changes or corrections. But as we move on to race number 10, the 3-year-old filly B Group Trot, make the driver of the 3, Mahogany Ridge, Jesse Barnhart, and scratch the 4, Pure Imagination. Jesse Barnhart on the 3, scratch the 4. In race number 11, the 3-year-old filly B Group Pace will be going for a purse of $2,750. Scratch the 3, Hungry for Stakes. Hungry for Stakes is scratched out of the 11. Moving right on to race number 12, the 3-year-old Holt and Gelding B Group Pace, who will be racing for a purse of $2,750. Scratch the 5, TSM Tracker Nathan.
Driver on the 4 is Jesse Barnhart.
And we have a driver's change that just came in. Make the driver of the 4, Risky Endeavor, Jesse Barnhart. Jesse Barnhart will drive the 4. In race number 13, the final, the 3-year-old Holt and Gelding B Group Trot has no changes or corrections to make note of at this time. First race is scheduled for 1 p.m. So whenever you guys are ready down in the barn area, you have about 8 minutes to go. Bring them on out for the first race.
your field for today's first race, the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding A Group Trot, going for a purse of $5,375. We have the 1, Mr. Hopper, owned by Susan Doherty. William Doherty Jr. trains, Aaron Johnston drives. The 2 is RT Watch Me, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated. Tommy Lockerty Jr. trains, Eric Neal drives. The 3 is TSM T-Bone's Legacy, owned by Ted Thompson. Robert Krasinski Jr. trains, Justin Walters drives. The 4 is Keystone Windsor, owned by Matthew Miller. Nathan Brezhnev trains, James Dodson drives. The 5 is PA Rocket, owned by Pillarstone Farms. Joyce Lineweaver. That is your full field of 5 3-year-old Colt and Gelding A Group Trotters in the first. Seth, we already did that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Put the bugle away, Dan.
You should record that and use it. The starter has called the first race, Colts and Geldings to the gate. And the gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have Mr. Hopper and Aaron Johnston. RT Watch Me and Eric Neal. TSM T-Bone's Legacy and Justin Walters. Keystone Windsor and James Dodson. And the lone trailer, PA Rocket and Wayne. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come.
They do score 4 here, correct?
Legacy has made a break. That lets Mr. Hopper up on the front end. Getting up second, it's RT Watch Me. Up on the outside third is PA Rocket. Keystone Windsor trots in fourth, and back trotting fifth is TSM T-Bone's Legacy as they go by the opening quarter in 32 seconds. It's Aaron Johnson and Mr. Hopper with a 2.5 length advantage over the pocket sitting RT Watch Me. PA Rocket trots in third, followed by Keystone Windsor and TSM T-Bone's Legacy. As the Colts and Geldings make their way out of the second turn and come in front of the grandstand for the first time, it's Mr. Hopper and Aaron Johnson showing the way. Right on his back in seconds, RT Watch Me. Trotting third is PA Rocket. Calvin Dodson takes a look to the outside with Keystone Windsor as they go by the half in 104 as they trot into the third turn. Mr. Hopper's trotting comfortably up on the front end. RT Watch Me stalking in the pocket second. 2 lengths off the leader in third is PA Rocket. In fourth is Keystone Windsor, and trailing the field is TSM T-Bone's Legacy. As the Colts and Geldings make their way down the backside for the final time, it's Mr. Hopper with a 2.5 length advantage over RT Watch Me. Up on the outside third, it's Keystone Windsor. PA Rocket fades in fourth. Losing contact with the field in fifth is TSM T-Bone's Legacy as they go by 3/4 in 135 and 2. It's Aaron Johnson and Mr. Hopper with the lead as they come out of the final turn. Mr. Hopper shows the way, but here comes RT Watch Me. Eric Neal pulling the pocket and trying to chase down the leader in the center of the racetrack. We have Keystone Windsor. Keystone Windsor all out, but here comes RT Watch Me. One last chance is not enough. Mr. Hopper hangs on for the win. RT Watch Me second, PA Rocket third. Time of the mile, 2:07 and 4. stands as your official first race winner, the one, Mr. Hopper, the 3-year-old gelding by Bar Hopping, owned by Susan Doherty. William Doherty Jr. picks up the training victory, and Aaron Johnson picks up the driving victory today in a time of 2:07.4. That is Mr. Hopper's first win this season in 14 seasonal outings. Here's your complete order finish in today's first. Your race winner was the 1, Mr. Hopper. Finishing second was the 2, RT Watch Me. Finishing third was the 5, PA Rocket. Finishing fourth, the 4, Keystone Windsor. Finishing fifth, the 3, TSM T-Bones Legacy. From the top down, we have 1, 2, 5, 4, 3 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 32 seconds. They went by the half in 1:04. They went by 3/4 in 1:35.2. Time of the mile, 2:07.4. Up next is today's second race, the 3-year-old colt and gelding A Group Trot. They will be going for a purse of $5,300. We have 4 colts and geldings heading to the gate in the second, and there are no changes or corrections to make note of at this time. We will be doing a trivia question after today's 4th race and 8th race. The first one is for a chance to win a t-shirt, and the second one will be for a chance to win a t-shirt and a gas card. I got nothing else to say. I'll call you later. Yep, I'll call you later. Yep, I'll call you later. Thank you. Here's your field for today's second race. The 3-year-old Colt and Gelding A Group Trot going for a purse of $5,300. We have the 1, Lionheart Hanover, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle trains, Tony Shadle drives. The 2 is Captain Count, owned by Michelle Doherty. Jim Doherty trains and drives. The 3 is Cantab Zedde, owned by G.J.N.S. Callahan, along with N.R. Buchleitner and A.S. Stetson. Susan Callahan trains, Eric Neal drives. The 4 is South Hall, owned by Wayne Long, along with William Kreutzer. Joyce Lineweaver trains, Wayne Long drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old Colt and Gelding A Group Trotters in the second. The horses are behind the starting gate for today's second race. From the inside out, we have Lionheart Hanover and Tony Shadle, Captain Count and Jim Doherty, Cantab Zedde and Eric Neal, and South Hall and Wayne Long. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. The Colts and Geldings are off and trotting in the second. Cantab Zedde leaves alertly from the outside, looking to protect her rail position. It's a Lionheart Hanover. Getting away third is Captain Count in the early trailer, and the 4-horse field is South Hall. As the A Group Trotters make their way out of the first turn and head down the backside for the first time, it's Tony Shadle and Lionheart Hanover calling the shots up on the front end. Right on his back in second is Cantab Zedde. Then we go back to Captain Count in the trailer, South Hall. As the 4 trotters make their way by the quarter-mile marker in 30 seconds flat, hot opening quarter for the 3-year-old trotters as they trot into the second turn. It's Lionheart Hanover with a length and a half advantage over the pocket sitting Cantab Zedde. Then we go another 6, make it 7 now, back to Captain Count, and South Hall trots in fourth. As they come out of the second turn and come in front of the grandstand for the first time, the orders remained unchanged. It's a Lionheart Hanover having his way up on the front end. Eric Neal has his hands full with Cantab Zedde sitting in the pocket. The gap in third is closing, and here comes Wayne Long and South Hall as they go by the half-mile marker in 1:03. Still setting solid fractions up on the front end. It's Lionheart Hanover showing the way. Cantab Zedde trots right there in second. South Hall up on the outside third. Fading in fourth is Captain Count. As they trot out of the third turn and head down the backside for the final time, it's a Lionheart Hanover looking to lead the field of 4 from gate to wire. But here comes South Hall with a brush up on the outside. Second, going to challenge the leader as they go by 3/4 in 1:34 3. As they trot into the final turn, it's Lionheart Hanover needing racing room at the rail in second. It's Cantab Zedde fading on the outside third at South Hall. Captain Count trots in fourth as they round the final turn. Here comes Cantab Zedde. Eric Neal pulling the pocket and going after the leader, Lionheart Hanover. In the center of the racetrack, it's Cantab Zedde all out. Lionheart Hanover. Lionheart Hanover hanging tough. Lionheart Hanover hangs on for the win. Cantab Zedde second. South Hall third. Time of the mile, 2:05 and 4. Dale picks up the driving victory today in a time of 2:05 and 4. With that win, that pushes Lionheart Hanover over $100,000 in career earnings. Here's your complete order finish in today's segment. Your race winner was the 1, Lionheart Hanover. Finishing second was the 3, PFHHA-TV. Finishing third was the 4, South Hall. Finishing fourth was the 2, Captain Count. From the top down, we have 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 30 seconds. They went by the half in 1:03. They went by 3/4 in 1:34 and 4. Time in the mile, 2:05 and 4. feels like fall. It has like a crispness to the air.
See, we need Danny Dolly here.
Looks like pancakes. Here's your field for today's third race, the 3-year-old filly A Group Pace, going for a purse of $4,125. We have the 1, The Apples Are Sweet, owned by Steve Wetzel, Ronald Lineweaver trains, James Dodson drives. The 2 is It's Written, owned by Jennifer Johnston, along with Chris Olivick in Midnight Shadow LLC, Aaron Johnson trains and drives. The 3 is Bone Shaker, owned by Jason Joseph and Clyde Breshnahan. Jason Breshnahan trains. Stevie F drives. Yeah, I didn't butcher that song. The 4 is TSM Sergeant Wolfie, owned by Ted A. Thompson. Robert Korniski Jr. trains. Justin Waters drives. The 5 is Skepticism, owned by Geraldine Perrio. Tommy Lockerty Jr. trains. Eric Neal drives. That is your full field of 5 3-year-old filly A Group Pacers in today's third. Horses will head directly to the mobile starting gate. He told my brother last time, he said, tell your brother that he always messes my name up. James Dodson. It's Written in Aaron Johnson. Bone Shaker and Stephen Fedokovitz. TSM Sergeant Wolfie and Justin Waters. And the lone trailer, Skepticism and Eric Neal. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. The fillies are off in pacing. The Apples Are Sweet leaves off fastest of all from the rail. Up on the outside, second, it's Written. Getting away now, second up the rail, it's Skepticism from the second tier. Dropping in third, it's Written. Pacing in fourth is Bone Shaker. And the early trailer in the 5-horse field is TSM Sergeant Wolfie. As the A Group fillies make their way out of the first turn and look to head down the backside for the first time, it's James Dodson and The Apples Are Sweet showing the way. Then we go another 2 lengths back to Skepticism. Pacing third, it's Written. Bone Shaker fourth, and TSM Sergeant Wolfie trails the field as they go by the opening quarter in 30 3/5. Solid opening quarter for the A Group fillies as they pace around the second turn, led by The Apples Are Sweet. Skepticism pacing in the pocket second. It's Written 2.5 lengths off the leader in third. Bone Shaker pacing fourth, and TSM Sergeant Wolfie can see them all as they come around out of the second turn and come in front of the grandstand for the first time. It's These Apples Are Sweet showing the way. Skepticism right on her back, getting the dream trip in second as they go by the half in 103 as the A Group fillies pace into the third turn. The Apples Are Sweet shows the way. Right on her back, Skepticism. It's Written in third. Bone Shaker paces fourth. Here comes TSM Sergeant Wolfie. The first to move is Justin Waters. Pulls from fifth, and now he's going after Bone Shaker for fourth. As the fillies make their way down the backside for the final time, it's These Apples Are Sweet. Under-urging from James Dodson. Eric Neal pulling the pocket with Skepticism as they go by 3/4 in 133 as they pace side by side and around the final turn. It's These Apples Are Sweet showing the way up on the outside. Skepticism's trying to hang on as they come out of the final turn. It's The apples are sweet with the lead. Skepticism all out in the center of the racetrack, needing racing room in third. It's written halfway down the lane. It's These Apples Are Sweet, pulling away for the victory. These Apples Are Sweet for the win. Too close to call for second. Time of the mile, 2:02. I feel like it's a front end trap today. My brother. I mean, he gave the horses a chance. It just, they quick. Today. Coming back in front of the stands is your race for your winner, the one, The Apples Are Sweet. Owned by Steve Wetzel, Ronald Monroe picks up the training victory. James Dodson picks up the driving victory today in the time of 2:02. That is The Apples Are Sweet, 7th seasonal victory in her 21st seasonal start. Here's your complete order of finish for the third. Your race winner was the one, The Apples Are Sweet. Finishing second was the 5, Skepticism. Finishing third, the 2, It's Written. Finishing fourth, the 4, TSN, Sergeant Wolfie. Finishing fifth, the 3, Bone Shaker. From the top down, we have 1, 3, 5, 4, 2 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 30 and 3. They went by the half in 103. They paced by 3/4 in 133. Time of the mile, 2:02.
in 1:24, 28 and 2 backside. Round the final turn, All-American Swift, Maker Bark, ties Artist third, racing fourth on the outside. Talk All Day, Soiree fifth. Down the stretch they come. All-American Swift, ties Artist, Maker Bark on the outside. Coming to the wire. All-American Swift, Maker Bark, Talk All Day to the wire. Talk All Day! 1:53 and 2.
Philly A Group Pace going for a purse of $4,050. We have the 1, Not That Hillary, owned by Neal Racing Stable LLC. Randall Neal trains, Eric Neal drives. The 2 is Milagro, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle trains, Tony Shadle drives. The 3 is Big City Maybelline, owned by David C. Bellantonio. Stephen Walters trains, Justin Walters drives. The 4 is Don't Touch My Tea, owned by Jennifer Johnston. Aaron Johnston trains and drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old Philly A Group Pacers in the 4th. I'm going to say Tony's going to, if this was a betting race, I'd put $2 to win on Milagro. Of the gate, and the gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have Not That Hillary and Eric Neal, Milagro and Tony Shadle, Big City Maybelline and Justin Walters, and Don't Touch My Tea and Aaron Johnston. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. The 4th race, Phillies are off in pacing. Milagro leaves alertly up on the outside. Don't Touch My Tea. Those 2 pace side by side into the first turn. Watching the early action in 3rd is a Big City Maybelline. And the early trailer in the 4-horse field is Not That Hillary. As the A Group Phillies make their way out of the first turn and head down the backside for the first time, it's Tony Shadle and Milagro with the lead. Right on her back in 2nd is Don't Touch My Tea. Big City Maybelline paces 3rd, followed by Not That Hillary. 3 lengths off the leader as they go by the opening quarter. 31 seconds, and it's Milagro calling the shots up on the front end. Half length back in 2nd is Don't Touch My Tea. Big City Maybelline paces 3rd. Not That Hillary still in 4th. No early movement as of yet as they round the 2nd turn and come in front of the grandstand for the first time. Tony Shadle is calling the shots with Milagro up on the front. Takes over his shoulder. Still no movement as everybody's in straight alignment with Don't Touch My Tea pacing 2nd. Big City Maybelline 3rd, Not That Hillary 4th as they go by the half in 1:04. As they pace into the third turn, Milagro showing the way. Tony Shado hits the gas and opens up a length as they pace out of the third turn over the pocket sitting. Don't Touch My Tea. Big City Maybelline right there in third. Not That Hillary paces fourth as they head down the backside for the final time. The pace quickens with Milagro up on the front end. Don't Touch My Tea right there in second. Big City Maybelline in third. Not That Hillary fourth. They're all in with a shot as they go by 3/4 and 135 as they round the final turn. It's Milagro with the lead. Still no movement as they get ready to come out of the final turn. Here comes Don't Touch My Tea and Aaron Johnson pulling the pocket. Big City Maybelline third. Not That Hillary urging fourth as they turn for home. It's Milagro with the lead. Don't Touch My Tea all out in second. But Milagro is too much today. Milagro, Don't Touch My Tea. Big City Maybelline. Time of the mile. 2:04. For a hot second, I thought race winner, the 2, Milagro, owned by Tony Shado. Linda Shado picks up the training victory. Tony Shado picks up the harming victory today in a time of 2:04. Renew. Off the Maybe the K is silent. Fedovitz. I'll try that one. Fedovitz. Seth must have
He's
just
got
said.
to get his acting gear. He's not even moving.
Here's your field for today's fifth race. The 3-year-old filly A group pace, going for a purse of $4,050. We have the 1, All Possible Worlds, owned by Jason Joseph and Clyde Brezhnehan. Jason Brezhnehan trains. Stephen Fedovitz drives. The 2 is Melville, owned by Abigail Wright and Gary Johnston. Gary Johnston trains. Aaron Johnston drives. The 3 is Tina's Wish, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle trains. Tony Shadle drives. The 4 is Navigatrix, owned by Richard Gillock, along with Jeffrey Indoff. Jeffrey Indoff trains. Chris Shaw drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old filly A group pacers in the 5th.
Say when the drivers get done talking, they'll be going to the gate.
You want me to say that?
Yeah, because they were all talking.
And once the drivers get done having their conversation and make their way to the starting gate, the gate will be in motion. Shaw. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. Is that Navigatrix? Is that right? They're off in pacing. Tina's Wish under urging blasts away from the 3 path and crosses the field over as they pace into the first turn. Melville getting away in second. All Possible Worlds gets away third. And the early trailer in the 4-horse field is at Navigatrix as the A group fillies make their way out of the first turn. And Tony Shadle's on the gas pedal and has a 4-length lead over the pocket sitting Melville. Then we go another 2 lengths back to All Possible Worlds, and Navigatrix can see them all as the fillies make their way down the backside and trip the quarter-mile marker timer in 31 seconds as they pace in straight alignment into the second turn. It's Tina's Wish with the lead as the gap now dwindles. As the gap dwindles in second, it's Melville. Pacing third is All Possible Worlds, and Navigatrix still trails the 4-horse field as the fillies come out of the second turn and come in front of the stands for the first time. Tony Shadle has Tina's Wish right where he wants her, up on the front end. Pacing in second is Melville. All Possible Worlds at Thrill in third, and Navigatrix fourth as they go by the half in 1:03. As they pace into the third turn, the order is still the same. It's Tina's Wish with the lead. Melville paces in second. Then we get another length back to All Possible Worlds. And Navigatrix under urging from Christopher Shaw in fourth. Takes to the outside, and here comes a Navigatrix and Chris Shaw up on the outside. Third, as they pace down the backside for the final time. It's Tina's Wish with the lead. Melville all out in second. Navigatrix finding her best stride in third. Fading in fourth, it's All Possible Worlds as they go by 3/4 in 1:33 and 1 as they come around the final turn. It's Tina's Wish and Tony Shadle open up on the pocket sitting Melville. Navigatrix third, All Possible Worlds fourth as they turn for home. It's Tina's Wish showing the way all out in the center of the racetrack. It's Melville, but it's not enough today. It's all Tina's Wish. Melville, Navigatrix, time of the mile 2:03 and 2. Back in front of the stands is your fifth race winner, the 3, Tina's Wish. The 3-year-old filly by Better's Wish, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle picks up her 3rd training victory on today's card. Tony Shadle picks up his 3rd winning drive out of the first 5 races today.
When you become the 52nd state, you might change your fucking mind. Pardon my friend.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll get you through this.
Here's your complete order of finish in today's 5th. Your race winner was the 3, Tina's Wish. Finishing 2nd was the 2, Melville. Finishing 3rd was the 4, Navigatrix. Finishing 4th was the 1, All Possible Worlds. From the top down, we have 4, 2, 1, 3 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 4, 2, 1, 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 31 seconds. They went by the half in 1:03. They went by 3/4 in 1:33 and 1. Time of the mile, 2:03 and 2. Up next is the 6th race, our 6th of 13. The 6th race, the 3-year-old filly A Group Trot, will be going for a purse of $5,300. We have 4 fillies headed to the gate, and there are no changes or corrections to make note of at this time. sixth race. Yep, they always get, and they take pictures, and it's a big deal.
They made a way to make it in.
It's a bugle.
Yep, missed it. Here's your field for today's sixth race. The 3-year-old filly A Group Trot, going for a purse of $5,300. We have the 1, RT Gratitude, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated. Tommy Lockerty Jr. trains, David Brickle drives. The 2 is Classy Cocktail, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle trains, Tony Shadle drives. The 3 is a Miss Sterling, owned by Joseph Leonard Urban. Joe Urban trains, Jim Doherty drives. The 4 is Fanto Treasure, owned by Wayne Long. Joyce Langweaver trains, Wayne Long drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old filly A Group trotters in today's sixth. At this time, will all gate workers please close all gates to the racetrack?
We had a track photographer get run over.
Oh, yeah?
This summer, yeah.
Jeez.
It knocked him out. He was in the hospital for an overnight.
Just curious how that happened. Phillies to the gate, and the gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have RT Gratitude and David Brickle, Classy Cocktail and Tony Shadle, Miss Sterling and Jim Doherty, and alongside Fanto Treasure and Wayne Long. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. I'm impressed with the crowd. I didn't think there would be hardly anybody here. Sixth race fillies are off and trotting. Classy Cocktail getting the first call. Miss Sterling gets away second. RT Gratitude third, and Fanto Treasure drops in fourth. As the A Group fillies trot into the first turn, it's Classy Cocktail and Tony Shadle right on the gas pedal with a 5-length lead as they trot out of the first turn. Miss Sterling trying to close the gap in second. Off stride goes RT Gratitude. That lets Fanto Treasure to inherit the third spot. As the fillies head down the backside for the first time, Tony Shadle has his hands full of Classy Cocktail as he goes by the opening quarter in 31 seconds. Solid opening quarter for the A Group fillies as they trot into the second turn. Right with them in second, it's Miss Sterling and Jim Doherty. Trying to close the gap in third, it's Fanto Treasure. Trotting fourth is RT Gratitude as the fillies make their way out of the second turn and come in front of the stands for the first time. It's Classy Cocktail calming down up on the front end. Right with her in second is a Miss Sterling. Then we go another 8 lengths back to Fanto Treasure, who trots in third, followed by RT Gratitude as the fillies go by the half-mile marker in 1:03. It's Classy Cocktail getting every call so far as she leads the field of 4 into the third turn. Miss Sterling's getting the Dream Trip in second. Closing the gap ever so slightly in third is Fanto Treasure, and RT Gratitude trots fourth. As the fillies make their way out of the third turn and head down the backside for the final time, it's Tony Shadle sitting chilly on Classy Cocktail. Right with her in second is a Miss Sterling and Jim Doherty. Fanto Treasures all out in third, followed by RT Gratitude as they go by 3/4 in 1:33 and 2. It's Classy Cocktail looking to lead gate to wire as he leads the field of 4 around the final turn. Miss Sterling's trying to keep with the leader in second. Fanto Treasures close the gap in third as they round the final turn and head for home. It's Classy Cocktail with the lead. All out in second is a Miss Sterling. Fanto Treasure third, but it's all Classy Cocktail. Miss Sterling second, Fanto Treasure third. Time of the mile, 2:06. There hasn't been a horse win that hasn't been on the front end.
Every single one was?
Yep, every one. The first three races, Eric was second. He sat in the 2, won't finish second. Coming back in front of the stands is your official 6th race winner, the 2, Classy Cocktail, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Lyndon Shadle and Tony Shadle pick up their 4th win on today's card. Finishing second was the 3, Miss Sterling. Finishing third was the 4, Fanto Treasure. Finishing fourth was the 1, RT Gratitude. From the top down, we have 4, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 4, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 31 seconds. They went by the half in 1:03. They went by 3/4 in 1:33 and 2. Time of the mile, 2:06. Up next is the 7th race, our 7th of 13 today. It is a 3-year-old filly A-group trot. They will be going for a purse of $5,000. $300. We have the 1, Justice Sheila, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle. Linda Shadle trains, Tony Shadle drives. The 2 is Kind of Like Cash, owned by Sandy Peterson, along with Alexa Shaw. Ashley Brown trains, Chris Shaw drives. The 3, RT Paint It Black, owned by Lone Wolf Stable. Tommy Lockready Jr. trains, Eric Neal drives. The 4 is RT Poco's Lady, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated. Tommy Lockready Jr. trains, Justin Walters drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old filly A Group trotters in the 7th. The 7th race fillies to the gate, and the gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have Justice Sheila and Tony Shadle, Kind of Like Cash and Chris Shaw, RT Paint It Black and Eric Neal, and RT Poco's Lady and Justin Walters. All 4 fillies are on gate. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come.
She was the Tom Brady of harness racing
Today. Eric did have the advantage. They're probably outside today. And they're off and trotting in the 7th. Justice Sheila blasts away from the rail, Kind of Like Cash, drops in 2nd. RT Painted Black trots in 3rd in the early trailer. In the 4-horse field is RT Poco's Lady. As the A Group fillies make their way through the first turn, Tony Shadle has Justice Sheila up on the front end. Kind of Like Cash trots in 2nd. 2 lengths back in 3rd, it's RT Painted Black. And RT Poco's Lady can see them all as the fillies make their way down the backside. For the first time, it's Justice Sheila and Tony Shadle trotting up a storm on the front end. Chris Shaw has Kind of Like Cash in the 2-hole as they go by the opening quarter in 31 and 2. RT Painted Black trots in 3rd, and RT Poco's Lady trails the field as the fillies make their way out of the 2nd turn and come in front of the grandstand for, for the first time. Justice Sheila shows the way. Kind of Like Cash getting the dream trip in 2nd. RT Painted Black 2.5 lengths off the leader. But here comes RT Poco's Lady pulling for Justin Walters as they go by the half in 104. It's Justice Sheila up on the front end. Kind of Like Cash now pulling the pocket and going after the leader. Picking up the cover in 3rd. It's RT Poco's Lady riding the rail in 3rd. It's now 4th. It's off stride goes RT Poco's Lady. RT Poco's Lady has made a break as the fillies make their way down the backside for the final time. It's Justice Sheila with the lead, stalling on the outside 2nd. It's Kind of Like Cash, needing racing room in 3rd. It's RT Painted Black as the fillies go by 3/4 in 134. 2 lengths separate the top 3 as they trot around the final turn. Justice Sheila on the inside, Kind of Like Cash, pokes ahead in front on the outside, poised to go 3 wide. It's RT Painted Black as they turn for home. It's Kind of Like Cash getting the call. Justice Sheila all out on the inside. RT Painted Black with a late surge, but it's going to be all Kind of Like Cash and Chris Shaw. RT Painted Black 2nd, Justice Sheila 3rd. Time of the mile, 2:06. official 7th race winner. The 2, Kind of Like Cash. The 3-year-old filly by International Money is owned by Sandy Peterson and Alexa Shaw. Ashley Brown picks up the training victory. Chris Shaw picks up the driving victory today in a time of 2:06. He's in the heck with it. They were going to take
remember when I lost my mind.
Just a little bit. It's okay. We'll forgive you this one time. All right, let's try it again. Here's the 3-year-old Colton Gelding, A-group pace. They're going for a purse of $5,300. We have the 1, Fasting, owned by Mitchell and Aaron York. Mitchell York trains, Eric Neal drives. The 2 is Rolling Stone, owned by Pillarstone Farms. Joyce Lineweaver trains, Wayne Long drives. The 3 is Leads the Way, owned by George Pershnock, Neil Balzarak, and Robert DiVanjanio. Neil Balzarak trains, David Brickle drives. The 4 is Stealing Apples, owned and trained by Savannah Barnhart. Jesse Barnhart drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old geldings in the 8th. After this 8th race, we will ask our second of 2 trivia questions for a chance to win a t-shirt and a gift card. If I remember correctly, last year they had an enormous antique track. Geldings to the gate, and the gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have Fasting and Eric Neal. Rolling Stone and Wayne Long. Leads the Way and David Brickle. And Stealing Apples and Jesse Barnhart. The gate turns around the turn. Here they come. Pacing in the 8th race, Fasting leads hard for the rail. Stealing Apples up on the outside, getting away in 3rd, leads the way. And Rolling Stone gets away 4th as they pace into the first turn. Eric Neal has Fasting up on the front end, leads the way, paces in 2nd. Stealing Apples 3rd, and Rolling Stone 4th. As the 3-year-old geldings make their way out of the first turn and head down the backside, it's Eric Neal and Fasting with a 4-length advantage over Leads the Way. Then we go another 3 lengths back to Stealing Apples and Rolling Stone as they go by the opening quarter in 29. Hot opening quarter for Fasting as Eric Neal shows the way by 3. Well, closing the gap in 2nd, it's Leads the Way. We go another 4 lengths back to Stealing Apples and Rolling Stone as the 3-year-old geldings make their way out of the 2nd turn. And coming in front of the stage for the first time, it's Fasting and Eric Neal up on the front end. It leads the way, it's closing the gap in 2nd. 2.5 lengths off the leader in 3rd, Stealing Apples. And Wayne Long can see them all with Rolling Stone as they go by the half in 101. The pace slowed with the 2nd quarter as they pace into the 3rd turn. It's Fasting and Eric Neal still showing away by 2 over the pocket sitting Leads the Way. Stealing Apples paces in 3rd, and Rolling Stone gaps in 4th as they make their way down the backside for the final time. Eric Neal asks for a little bit more from Fasting, and he gets it as he opens up 3 over Leads the Way. Stealing Apples paces in 3rd as they go by 3 quarters in
130 and a 5th.
130 and a 5th. As they pace into the final turn, it's Fasting with a 4-length advantage over Leads the Way. Stealing Apples at the rail in 3rd, Rolling Stone 4th. As they come out of the final turn and head for home, it's Fasting with an open-length advantage. All out in 2nd as Leads the Way. Here comes Stealing Apples, but the race appears to be on for 2nd. It's all Fasting for the win. Stealing Apples 2nd. Leads the Way 3rd. Time about
201 and 2.
201 and 2. Pistons is your official 8th race winner, the one, Fasting. 3-year-old gelding by Stay Hungry, owned by Mitch and York. Mitch York trains. Eric Neal picks up the winning drive today in a time of 2:01 and 2.
Winner of that 8th race.
Finishing second was the 4, Stealing Apples. Finishing third was the 3, Leads the Way. Finishing fourth was the 2, Rolling Stone. From the top down, we have 1, 4, 3, 2 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 1, 4, 3, 2 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 29 seconds. They went by the half in 1:01. They went by 3/4 in 1:30 and 1. Time of the mile, 2:01 and 2. Going to the price of $5,225. We have the one that Don't Be Blue, owned by Tony and Linda Shale. Linda Shale trains, Tony Shale drives. The two is Happy Hour Blues, owned by Ames Racing. Aaron Johnson trains and drives. The three is Peanut Butter Crunch, owned by James Calvin Dodson. Ronald Lininger trains, Calvin Dodson drives. That is your short field of three. Dawson. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come.
Finally get to go home afterwards at Stoneboro, so I was hoping less the second day.
The three-year-old Colts and Gunners are off and pacing. Happy Hour Blues leads off fastest of all, moving the three horses. Peanut Butter Crunch gets away second. The early trailer in a three-horse field is Don't Be Blue. As they make their way around the first turn, Aaron Johnson has Happy Hour Blues right where he wants them, up on the front end, with a 2.5 length advantage over the pocket sitting Peanut Butter Crunch. Then we go another 7 lengths back to Don't Be Blue, as the three-year-old Colts and Gunners make their way down the backside for the first time. It's Aaron Johnson and Happy Hour Blues off on the front end. Peanut Butter Crunch stalks in the pocket second. Closing the gap slightly in third, it's Don't Be Blue as they go by the opening quarter in 31 seconds. As they round the second turn, it's Happy Hour Blues with the lead. Peanut Butter Crunch all over the leaders back in second. Don't Be Blue closes the gap in third as they come out of the second turn and come in front of the grandstand for the first time. 3 lengths separate the three Colts and Gunners front to back as they're being led by Happy Hour Blues and Aaron Johnson. Calvin Dodson has Peanut Butter Crunch right there in the golden spot second. Don't Be Blue paces in third as they go out of half. 104 as they pace around the third turn. Happy Hour Blues is trying to wire the field. Peanut Butter Crunch right with the leader in second. Don't Be Blue paces third, only 2 minutes off the leader. As they come out of the third turn, head down the backside for the final time. It's Aaron Johnson showing the way with Happy Hour Blues. But here comes Tony Shale and Don't Be Blue. Pulling from third on the outside second. The plugs are out on Happy Hour Blues as he hears the footsteps of Don't Be Blues on the outside second. As they go by 3/4 in
35 and 3.
135 and 3. As they round the final turn, it's Happy Hour Blues with the lead. Don't Be Blue with a stall bit on the outside second. Peanut Butter Crunch on the inside third. As they turn for home, it's Happy Hour Blues who's going to draw away for the win. The race is on for second. It's all Happy Hour Blues for the win. Don't Be Blue second. Peanut Butter Crunch third. Time of the mile.
205 and 2.
205 and 2. Stands is your official ninth race winner. The 2 Happy Hour Blues. Racing, Baron Johnson picks up the training round victory today in a time of 2:05 and 2. That is Happy Hour Blues' 4th seasonal win in his 10th seasonal outing. Your race winner was the 2 Happy Hour Blues. Finishing second was the 1 Don't Be Blue. Finishing third was the 3 Peanut Butter Crunch. From the top down, we have 2, 1, 3 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 2, 1, 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 31 seconds. They went by the half in 1:04. They went by 3/4 in 1:35 and 3. Time of the mile, 2:05 and 2.
your love. I wanna stay.
I guess I don't need to see out that window. We have the one, Lucky Station, owned by Jennifer Johnston and Brian Taylor. Aaron Johnston trains and drives. The two is RT Grace and Glory, owned by Brocious Racing Stable. Tommy Lockerty Jr. trains, Eric Neal drives. The three is Mahogany Ridge, under lease to Susan A. Doherty. William Doherty Jr. trains, Jesse Barnhart drives. Scratch the 4. The 5 is Eureka Moment, owned by Gary Johnston. Gary Johnston trains, Abigail Wright drives. That is your reduced field of 4 3-year-old filly B group trotters in the 10th. Even with the scratch of the 4, Pure Imagination, the 5, Eureka Moment, will start from the second tier. From the inside out, we have Lucky Station and Aaron Johnston. RT Grace and Glory and Eric Neal. Barnhart. In the lone trailer, Eureka Moment and Abigail Wright. Here they come. They're off and trotting. RT Grace and Glory from in between horses. A Lucky Station trots right out there with her in second. Getting away in third is Mahogany Ridge. In the off stride goes Mahogany Ridge. That lets Eureka Moment trotting in third. Rough gated on the outside is RT Grace and Glory as they trot out of the first turn and head down the backside for the first time. It's Lucky Station up on the front end. Eureka Moment from the second tier gets away in second. RT Grace and Glory is settled down in third. Trotting fourth is Mahogany Ridge as they go by the opening quarter in 32 seconds flat. It's Aaron Johnson and Lucky Station showing the way. Right on the leader's back in second is Eureka Moment. 2 lengths back in third. It's RT Grace and Glory. And on another break at the back of the pack, it's Mahogany Ridge. As they trot out of the second turn and look to come in front of the grandstand for the first time, it's Lucky Station showing the way. Eureka Moment right on her back in second. Trotting third, it's RT Grace and Glory. Trotting in fourth is Mahogany Ridge as they go by the half in 104 and 2. Aaron Johnson and Lucky Station showing the way. Abigail Wright's getting the dream trip in second with Eureka Moment. RT Grace and Glory rough gated in third as they come out of the third turn and head down the backside. For the final time, it's Lucky Station with the lead. Eureka Moment on the outside second. Scooting up the rail in third, it's RT Grace and Glory. As they go by the 3/4 mile marker, it's Lucky Station with the lead. Eureka Moment fades on the outside. RT Grace and Glory trots in second. As they go by 3/4 in 1:37, it's Lucky Station now with a 4-length advantage over RT Grace and Glory. Eureka Moment third as they come out of the final turn and head for home. Aaron Johnson and Lucky Station show the way. RT Grace and Glory giving chase in second. Eureka Moment third, but it's no doubt about the winner today. It's all Lucky Station drawn away for the win. RT Grace and Glory second. Eureka Moment third. Time of the mile 2:10 and 2. She was having fun. She was having fun.
1, 2, 5, 3. Thank you. Top down is 1, 2, 4, scratch, 3.
Gotcha. What's the fractions on that deal?
32, 104.
Race winner, the one, Lucky Station. 3-year-old filly owned by Jennifer Johnston. Aaron Johnston trains and drives. Finishing second was the 2, RT Grace and Glory. Finishing third was the 5, Eureka Moment. Finishing third was the 4th, was the 3, Mahogany Ridge. From the top down, we have 1, 2, 4. Scratch 3 on the bottom. Once again, from the top down, we have 1, 2, 4, scratch 3 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 32 seconds. They went by the half in 104 and 2. They went by 3/4 in 137. Time of the mile 2:10 and 2. Up next is the 11th of 13. The 3-year-old filly B Group Pace, going for a purse of $2,750. Note the scratch of the 3, Hungry for Stakes. That will allow the 4 a little bit better to move in 1 spot on the starting gate. At this time, go ahead and get your red ticket out. There's not going to be any doubt about the winner on this one. If you have ticket number 615552, you are the winner. 615
Really?
552.
The lady down there.
Who?
The lady in the black. Said she always wins, do it.
DBC hopping attitude and treading the field on the inside. Crafty friend. 3/4, 127 and 1. 28 and 2. Third panel. Carmel Chino with the lead. Livinwell Hanover on the outside second. Down the stretch they come. Carmel Chino. Livinwell Hanover on the outside with every stride. Coming to the wire. Livinwell Hanover and Paul Moore drawing away.
Here's your field for today's 11th race. The 3-year-old filly B Group Pace, going for a purse of $2,750. We have the 1, She's Incredible Dio, owned by Mitchell and Aaron York. Mitch York trains, Eric Neal drives. The 2 is Winning Blue Chip, owned by Jolie Krasinski. Robert Krasinski Jr. trains, Justin Walters drives. Scratch the 3. The 4 is Little Bit Better, owned by William Kreutzer and Jim Rothfuss. William Kreutzer trains, Wayne Long drives. The 5 is Diamond Destiny, owned by George Pershnock and Robert DiBongiorno. Neil Balzarak trains, David Brickle drives. It is your reduced field of 4 3-year-old filly B Group Pacers in the 11th. It is in motion. From the inside out, we have She's Incredible Dio and Eric Neal. Winning Blue Chip and Justin Walters. A Little Bit Better and Wayne Long. And Diamond Destiny and David Brickle. Here they come. They're off and pacing in the 11th. A trio of fillies leaving alertly. She's Incredible Dio along the rail. Up on the outside is A Little Bit Better as they pace 2 wide now into the first turn. It's A Little Bit Better coming away with the lead. She's Incredible Dio giving way in second. Dropping in third, it's a Winning Blue Chip. In the early trailer in the 4-horse field is Diamond Destiny. As the fillies make their way out of the first turn, here comes Eric Neal with an early quarter pole move with She's Incredible Dio as he takes over the lead as they go by the opening quarter in 29 seconds. Hot opening quarter for the B Group fillies. It's She's Incredible Dio leading the field of 4 into the second turn. Pacing in seconds a little bit better. Right there in third is a Winning Blue Chip. 3 lengths off the leader. In fourth is Diamond Destiny. As they pace out of the second turn and come in front of the stands for the first time, it's She's Incredible Dio, and down in class with the lead. Right on her back in second is a little bit better. Winning Blue Chip right with the field in third. Diamond Destiny paces in fourth as they go by the half in 102. As they pace into the third turn, She's Incredible Dio leads the field of 4. A little bit better, stalks in the pocket second. 2 lengths off the leader in third is a Winning Blue Chip, and Diamond Destiny rough gated in fourth. As they pace out of the third turn and head down the backside for the final time, Eric Neal hits the gas pedal and opens up 3 with She's Incredible Dio. Up on the outside second is Winning Blue Chip. Getting leg weary in third is a little bit better. Fading in fourth is Diamond Destiny as they go by 3/4 in 133. She's Incredible Dio leads and around the final turn. Giving chase in second is a Winning Blue Chip. A little bit better third. Diamond Destiny fourth. As they round the final turn and head for home, it's She's Incredible Dio and Eric Neal opening up. But no doubt about the winner. It's She's Incredible Dio. Winning Blue Chip second. A little bit better third. Time of the mile, 2:04. Winner, the one, She's Incredible Dio. 3-year-old filly by Heston Blue Chip. Mitchell York picks up Mitchell and Aaron, owned by Mitchell and Aaron York. Mitchell York trains. Eric Neal drives. Finishing second was the 2, Winning Blue Chip. Finishing third was the 4, a little bit better. Finishing fourth was the 5, Diamond Destiny. From the top down, we have 1, 2, scratch, 3, 4 on the bottom. Once again, top down, 1, 2, scratch, 3, 4 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 29 seconds. They went by the half in 1:02. They went by 3/4 in 1:33. Time of the mile, 2:04. Today's 12 threes, the 3-year-old Colton Gelding B Group Pace, going for a purse of $2,750. We have the 1, TSM General Tristan, owned by Ted Thompson. Robert Kerninsky Jr. trains, Justin Walters drives. The 2, Home Run King, owned by George Frischnock and Robert D. Bonjanio. Neil Balzerek trains, David Brickle drives. The 3, Always a Bang, owned by William Kreutzer and Jim Rothfuss. William Kreutzer trains, Wayne Long drives. Justin Walters, Home Run King and David Brickle, Always a Bang and Wayne Long, and a Risky Endeavor and Jesse Barnhart. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Home Run King leaves off fastest of all. Always a Bang up on the outside. Getting away in third is TSM General Tristan. After a slow start, Risky Endeavor paces in fourth as the B Group Colts and Geldings make their way around the first turn. David Brickle has Home Run King positioned right up on the front end. Wayne Long's worked out a golden trip in second with Always a Bang. TSM General Tristan third. And the early trailer is Risky Endeavor. As the B Group Pacers make their way down the backside and head into the opening quarter-mile marker, it's Home Run King getting them there in 31 seconds. Always a Bang paces in the pocket second. TSM General Tristan gaps in third. Risky Endeavor in fourth as they make their way around the second turn. Dave Brickle has Home Run King positioned right up on the front end. Always a Bang gapping in the loose pocket second. TSM General Tristan trying to close the gap in third. Risky Endeavor fourth as they go by the half in 102. Solid opening half for the B Group Pacers as Dave Brickle and Home Run King lead the reduced field of 4 into the third turn. Closing the gap in second is Always a Bang. TSM General Tristan trying to get back in the action third. Risky Endeavor fourth as the Colts and Geldings make their way out of the third turn and head down the backside for the final time. It's Home Run King looking to lead the field gate to wire in the 12th. Always a Bang paces with him in second. TSM General Tristan fades in third. Risky Endeavor fourth as they go by 3/4 in 132 and 2 as they head into the final turn. Home Run King has some company calling. It's Always a Bang on the outside. Those two race too wide as they come out of the final turn and head for home. It's Home Run King with a half a length advantage. Always a Bang all out on the outside. TSM General Tristan all out in third. Always a Bang up on the outside. Home Run King holding tough at the rail. Home Run King hanging on for the win. Always a Bang second. TSM General Tristan third. Time of the mile.
204 and 4.
2:04 and 4. The 2, Home Run King. The 3-year-old gelding by Heston Blue Chip is owned by George Prushnock along with Robert D. Bonjanio. No balls are at trains. David Brickle picks up the winning drive today in a time of 2:04 and 4. At least somebody acknowledged the crowd. Fix later on in the week. Thursday and Friday racing.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday and Thursday. Well, you got the first day, right? Wednesday and Thursday, harness racing will resume at the Stoneboro Fair, just right down the road. First race post on Wednesday is noon.
Be there. Not long enough to reach you.
I was gonna put it over there for that electric guitar.
Oh, I like
No.
the electric guitar too.
Here's your field for the 13th and final. The 3-year-old colt and gelding B Group Trot, going for a purse of $2,700. We have the 1, Dark Star Zeta, owned by Michelle Doherty. Jim Doherty trains and drives. The 2 is Wine Chaser, owned by Julie Kredinsky. Robert Kredinsky Jr. trains, Eric Neal drives. The 3 is Baby Tao, owned by Tony and Linda Shadle, along with Presley E. Pleddy. Linda Shadle trains, Tony Shadle drives. The 4 is RT Just Because, owned by Brocious Racing Stable Incorporated. Tommy Lockerty Jr. trains, David Brickle drives. That is your field of 4 3-year-old colt and gelding B Group trotters in the 13th and final. The horses have reached the starting gate, and the starting gate is in motion. From the inside out, we have Dark Star Zeddy and Jim Doherty, Wine Chaser and Eric Neal, Baby Tal and Tony Shadle, and RT Just Because and David Brickle. The gate swings around the turn, and here they come.
Grandma must have been feeding you sugar down there.
I bet you she was. They're off and trotting in the finale. Dark Star Zeddy leads quickest of all as he leads the field of 4 into the first turn. Baby Towel getting away in second. RT Just Because trots in third, and the early trailer in the 4-horse field is a Wine Chaser. Rough gauge is RT Just Because, as the B Group trotters make their way out of the first turn and head down the backside for the first time. It's Jim Doherty and Dark Star Zeddy showing the way. Baby Towel trots in second. RT Just Because gapped out third. Wine Chaser fourth as they go by the opening quarter in 31 seconds. Solid opening quarter for the 3-year-old trotters. As they headed into the second turn, Jim Doherty and Dark Star Zeddy setting the tempo up on the front end of Baby Towel, and Tony Shadle getting the Dream Trip in second. RT Just Because third, or Wine Chaser trails as they make their way out of the second turn and come in front of the stands for the first time. Dark Star Zeddy under urging from Jim Doherty as they approach the half, gapping slightly in the 2-hole. It's Baby Towel trying to close that gap in third. It's RT Just Because as they go by the half in 1:03. Wine Chaser fourth as they trot around the third turn. Jim Doherty's on the gas pedal of Dark Star Zeddy as he holds a 3-length advantage over Baby Tao, who chases in second. RT Just Because third. Wine Chaser fourth as they make their way down the backside for the final time. Jim Doherty and Dark Star Zeddy are looking to lead the field. A gate to wire in the finale as they lead the field of 4 into the final turn. Baby Tao's giving chase in second. RT Just Because trots third. Wine Chaser fourth as they round the final turn. It's Dark Star Zeddy, but they hear footsteps, and it's Baby Tao closing the gap in second as they come out of the final turn and head for home. It's Dark Star Zeddy showing the way, but here comes a Baby Tao on the outside. Baby Tao all out on the outside. Dark Star Zeddy fighting back on the inside, but it's Baby Tao getting up in time for the win. And Dark Star Zeddy second. Wine Chaser third. Time of the mile, 2:07 and 2. Finishing third was the 2 Wine Chaser. Finishing fourth was the 4 RT Just Because. From the top down, we have 2, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. Once again, from the top down, 2, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. Fractions for the mile were opening quarter in 31 seconds. They went by the half in 1:03. They went by 3/4 in 1:35. Time of the mile, 2:07 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the second day of our 2-day harness racing event held here at the Erie County Fairgrounds. Once again, we thank each and every one of you for coming out. We hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and God bless each and every one of you. In motion from the inside.